Can you find it in your heart to forgive this boy, born with a gift of laughter but with a sense that the world was mad? Isolated in a cottage deep downhill of a forest lived a fortuneless family of 4. The mother Elizabeth was lying in bed sick with pneumonia, while her children, Annalise and Amadeus, were in the dining room preparing dinner. The eldest of the two, Amadeus, was seated at the dining table in conversation with his father, while Annalisa was comforting her mother.
How are you feeling, Mother?
Wonderful, as always.
Oh, Mother, when shall I be getting better? Father hasn't been himself. He hasn't been too kind lately.
God has promised and has healed before. He can do it again, but thy soul is not ready to be healed. Amadeus and your father think of themselves as wise men, but wise men know themselves to be fools. You, my darling, be soft. Do not let the world make you hard. Do not let the pain make you hate. Do not let the bitterness steal your sweetness. Take pride, even that the world may disagree. You still believe it to be a beautiful place.
Mother, sometimes I listen to the rain and pretend it is God watering the seeds he planted, and hope that he's still proud of me, even on the days I'm afraid to grow.
So be like a flower and turn to the sun.
Annalisa! Coming! Good night, that I shall say good night, for your soul to be healed for tomorrow.
Damn it, you bastard! How hard is it to cook a half-decent porridge without the help of your mother? Just you wait till everyone's asleep and I can do whatever I want to your helpless body.
Mother seems okay. Why don't we all just start eating our meal?
Days go by and the mother Elizabeth dies of pneumonia, and several months later the father Harold passes of a broken heart, leaving Amadeus to care for his younger sister Annalisa in the cottage where the family had always lived. Shortly after the death of their parents, a familiar yet strange-looking woman moved into the cabin close to the creek of a nearby river. Although the two siblings had never spoken a word of this woman, she seemed very curious of the well-being of the two. What they had realized was that she was a witch with a mysterious eye. Amadeus and Annalisa carried on with their lives. Struggling to keep food on their plates, they had no choice but to work for the rest of their lives to supply themselves with the necessities. Meanwhile, Annalisa had grown into her body. She became the fairest of them all, with green eyes, dark hair, and skin that shined like a million diamonds. Amadeus was a strong, courageous man with green eyes, broad shoulders, and of course, the scars that were drawn on his body from his horrendous past. He often carried around his hatchet for protection as well as labor.
Amadeus, she looks very familiar.
Father never mentioned us having any neighbors. She has a mysterious-looking eye.
Should we go talk to her?
No, it's getting late. We should head home.
Yeah, let's go.
Despite the close bond that the two shared, tension was felt by the walls of the cottage. Amadeus grew to be a very irritable man who was very quick-tempered. With rage buried deep within himself, Amadeus lived with a heavy heart and resentment for his father. One evening, Annalisa was picking berries within the woods as the sun was approaching the horizon. Usually, Annalisa would be back home preparing dinner for the brother and herself, but today was different. She got carried away searching for food, as the last few days they had gone by hungry. Back at the cottage, Amadeus grew furious while he awaited for his sister's return. He could not take it anymore and decided to look for her.
Where have you been?
You, Amadeus, are a fool. Your hands have vanished. To never lay a hand on Annalisa again.
myself lately ever since the death of our parents.
Men are fools, but Amadeus will never lay a hand on you ever again.
You look very familiar. Are you sure I haven't seen you before?
Annalicia, just remember, do not let the pain make you hate. Do not let the bitterness steal your sweetness. And take pride that even though the world may disagree, you still believe it to be a beautiful place.